Yes, boss. You see the topic and what it is that we're talking about, right? Givers need to have strong boundaries because takers have none. If you never heard of that before, I'm going to bust that down for you, make it real easy. And another thing, if you only see me post at least one video for the week, you already know what that means, dog. Either I'm working, studying, handling some other stuff, but just write me, dog. I'll have videos lined up for you the best way I can. You get what I'm saying? So here's the deal. In the world that we live in, you have to understand that there's more takers than there are givers. You get what I'm saying? There's always going to be somebody out here looking for a come up. Who can I get something off of? Or who's out here that doesn't have any sense that I could just make them my lick? You got to understand in life that people are more likely to want to look for an opportunity or a shortcut than to work hard honestly themselves. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying, hey, who wouldn't like a freebie here and there, but you got to understand that in life there are people out here that are looking for shortcuts. Let me see who I can get a handout from. Let me see who I can build my brand or my business off of their blood, sweat, and tears. There are people out here who are like that. And they think, yo, if you're giving and I'm taking, there's nothing wrong with that. You have to understand that there's everything wrong with that. A person who comes to take, they're basically like a thief of joy, dog. You get what I'm saying? And you have to understand what I mean by when I say givers need stronger boundaries than takers. Mind you, in this world that we're living in, there's not a lot of people who are willing to just give free willingly, give genuinely, give from their heart. Because why? There's a lot of people out here that are in survival. They're in lack. So they're looking for a way, how can I get my stuff going in life? Who can I come up off of? I need an ass that I can ride. And I'm going to tell you this like this. If you're a giver, do not be surprised when you attract nothing but takers. That's what you're going to attract. But you have to understand that when I say you have to have stronger boundaries, when you give, and you don't leave anything for yourself, you're basically going to leave yourself stranded. You get what I'm saying? And givers, you can give all day long and not remember, yo, what it is that you have or you're giving from your own source. You get what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with giving at all, but don't give to the point where you leave yourself stranded and you go pump up somebody else and they go run off with everything it is that you gave to them. What you need to understand is this. You got to make people work for certain things. People don't respect anything that comes too freely to them. You got to make them work for it. Just like a relationship or a friendship. You can't just be out here free willingly out here with your love and your friendship and all of this there. People going to take that and they're going to walk all over that. You got to make people prove themselves nowadays. And as well as that, you got to learn how to teach people how to love you. You could be a person who gives all day, and people know that they can get anything it is that they want from you. That's not going to equate to them wanting to respect you either. Because it's like, yo, I didn't work for anything. It's like you went out there, blood, sweat, and tears, got whatever it is that you wanted, and I could just come and free willingly take it from you. And if you're a person who's looking for a relationship or whatever, this is stuff that other people see. If I'm supposed to be in a relationship with you, right, and you giving away all of our resources, how are we going to ever come up? We're going to stay at the bottom. You got to understand this. You have to have some form of a limit, dog. Because if you keep giving, and you're not paying attention to what it is that you're doing, you're not paying attention to how you feel, you're going to eventually get burnt out. And I'm going to explain that. When you're a person who gets burnt out, that means you have no limit no more. You already hit that threshold. You hit the land of milk and honey. Ain't no point. You hit the point of no return. That's about it. You topped out. Ain't no going back. Because why? Everybody has a limit. But some people have been taken advantage of for years on end and haven't been taught, so they had to go through the fire. Example, me. My mom never gave me proper instructions. My mom knew from young that I was a giver. You get what I'm saying? But my mom would take, and swindle me and use the guilt trip and manipulation game on me. That's why whenever I ran across other people in life that tried to do the same thing, and I'm trying to figure certain things out, it's like, of course I'd get drained in a way, but I'd have to sit back and think to myself, these people know what it is that they're doing. But at the same time, I have to understand as well, it takes two to tango. You can't just put the fault on somebody without you having to be a person to, you get what I'm saying, allow them to go ahead and get away with that. You feel me? But at the end of the day, you got to forgive yourself for whatever it is that you went through. And I did that. But what I had to understand is, People know what it is that they're doing. People know that they're taking everything from you. People don't mind that. Some people don't even care if they leave you with a crumb, dog. Because you got to understand that there are some people out here who are seriously in survival and they do not believe in a tomorrow, or they look at the glass as, yo, it's halfway empty. Let me see what else I could take right now. There are people out here in the world who are selfish like that. And as well as that, there are people out here who are takers. I'm not even going to lie to you. If they see that they're pumped up, their cup runneth over, they don't care. Let me see how I can make it run over some more. I'm going to take some more from you. That's how some people are. And that's how some people have a carnal, screwed up mindset, because all they know how to do is take from other people. You got to understand this, right? As a giver, you're the one who's the big blessing, dog. Because a taker isn't going to take from themselves and give to you. They expect you to give from your pile so they can take it. They're not going to reciprocate anything to you. I'm going to give it to you so real, right? The more that you give to a person, the more that they're going to become reliant on that help. And the minute you tell them no, and you've never told them no before, chances are that might be a problem. You get what I'm saying? Because you got to understand this. In life, there are some people, they do not care about whatever it is that they're doing. They don't care about taking from you. Some people are fully aware. They just black out because it's like, yo, I found what it is that I'm looking for. This is what I've been looking for my whole life, or I've been waiting for a moment like this. So some people, they just completely black out. I'm going to take from you. Let me steal from you. I don't give a damn. You get what I'm saying? Some people don't have any limits. So you got to understand this. When you take from yourself all the time and you're not choosing to respect yourself, that's going to send an image or a flag in other people's minds that, yo, maybe this person doesn't respect themselves. And that may not be the clear ticket. You got to understand that some people, they're trying to find their way in life. Everybody's had to run around and bump their head up against the wall before they found their way. But what I'm trying to tell you is, you have some form of an intuition that tells you, yo, bro, this person said they don't got nothing else. Let me see if I can take it still. Some people know what they're doing. They just don't give a fuck. And I'm telling you right now, when people wake up to the clear reality that, yo, this person never really cared about me, or they just looked at me as a sucker, or they just looked at me as a come up right now. I guarantee you, if you ever fell down on hard times, chances are a lot of those people would not be there for you, because they look at you as the source. Why is the source begging for help? You're the one that we come to for help. That's why you have a lot of leechers and takers out here. And there are people who are aware of the things that they do, and it's like, you know what? They don't stop and think to themselves, you know what, bro? This person gave to me when they never had to. There's a lot of people who've never gave to me or helped me at all. And these people know that they have it to give, but they would not give it to you. They'd rather watch you starve and crumble before you can pick yourself back up. And I'm going to tell you as well, too, right? When you do things like that, there are people who have this inflated ego that it boosts them as well to make them feel like, oh, I could take from this person whenever it is that I want. Or, yo, you don't defend yourself, or you're just too nice, or you're too precious. You got to stop thinking like that, bro. You got to understand that there's a lot of confusion in the world. If you never heard of this before, a sucker is born every single day, dog. And I'm being real about that. There are people who are going to be born into this world who are naive. Yo, you don't have guidance, or you don't have anybody to teach you, or yo, you're just book smart. You don't got no street smarts. That isn't a clear indication to use somebody. That's the stupidest shit ever in life. Excuse my language, dog. I'm going to tell you right now, you know how many people I know that have that same mindset, and it's costed them so much because they burnt out good blessings with good people and you cannot get back around them? Pay attention, bro. There's some people that have taken so much to the point where they cannot go back to those same sources, because a lot of people, they've sprinkled in a little bit more of how they feel into the fold. Example, if you took something from somebody, or somebody gave something to you, some people take it a step further and add disrespect into the fold. Oh, F you, or we were never friends before, I ain't never liked you, bitch. Or, you get what I'm saying? There's some people who go a little bit farther and beyond with things that they never had to do, and that's how they burn the bridge before they even got a chance to fully cross it. So understand this in life, right? Being a giver, you're going to attract takers. Being a giver is basically equivalent to being nice to the point where you'll lend out your resources and your things. If you're too nice to the point where you lend out everything, or you whatever the case may be, you might just end up stranded and naked, dog, and you gonna be out here, you ain't gonna have nothing. So you gotta understand that you have to make sure that yourself is good. You can't just be taking from your pile to give to other people. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm the type of person, I do not like to ask people for help, and I do not like to beg. You get what I'm saying? The only people I would have asked for help was my mom. She's no longer here. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I had to understand something. If you're giving, people are going to want to take. People are well aware of the things that they're doing. They just want to see if they can punk you, or let me see if I could get more up out of this person. Let me see how much more I can extract. There are some people who are heartless like that, and they do not care. But you have to understand that you cannot keep taking from your cup to fill up other people's, dog. They're not going to care, bro. And if you keep doing that, you're going to end up with to the point where you have nothing at all to give. You feel me? Not even to your damn self. So you got to understand these little rules in the world, bro. If you're an empath, you're going to find a narcissist. If you're a good person, chances are you're going to meet somebody who's evil. You like to give? Haha. That's a taker over there. You're going to find that. There's a balance in life, and you got to find that. If you like to give, make sure you use that giving on yourself. If you want to give to somebody, make sure it's like the extras from whatever it is that you got. Okay, I could give that to you. That's not going to affect me. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you want to make sure you establish good, healthy boundaries so nobody can ever cross yours. You feel me? With that being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I use them to uplift you, because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. 444 the world, man. Peace.